Oh, not again. No, 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 not again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion 1.10. I'm 7foot Dust Bunny, and today we're going to start one by basking in the glory of my slightly death-filled victory from last time, and we'll look at the loot we reaped, which was quite a bit of loot. Now, I haven't been back to the base yet and really started honking down the loot because there's plenty of stuff still there to go and grab, but I wanted to show you what I've grabbed so far because I want to integrate it all into this box for now, which we're going to move across like so. Mainly because we have our 2 flux coils. So having our 2 flux coils, this means we can have our T2 core for our SV. And this means 1, I can put the warp drive in it, and 2, I can expand its capacity. So we're going to start by doing that and knocking ourselves up a core as well for grabbing all the stuff from that base. So let's start by grabbing a core. Let's start by grabbing our T2 SV extender. Yes, please. Let's try turning that on. That helps a lot. And we might well be making some cargo extensions as well. We'll see how things pan out. But I'll let these build, and then we'll get to doing a quick install. Okay, so let's start with at least our initial load of goodies here. We have to install our T2 core, which we're just going to put anywhere there should be a T4 at the moment, because in all honesty, we'll have to take it out again later. So you're going to live there for now, but we'll put the pentaxid tank nicely next to you. Now, I will also install these fuel tanks and generators I threatened to install previously, because they'll be nice and easy to install before the warp drive goes in, and less so after. So that is those in. Now, the other thing I am seriously considering, and we'll have a look at this after the warp drive goes in, is 1, I would like to upgrade the cargo capacity of this, but I would also very much like to upgrade, so we've got 10,000 at the moment. There's one other upgrade I would very much like to consider, and that is an SV constructor, which we should now be able to unlock from the tech tree. So, if we go to the tech tree somewhere here, he says, we might as well unlock the short range warp drive, even though we couldn't build one yet. Where is the constructor? I would also like to consider a milligun turret. So we're going to unlock that. There we go. A mobile constructor. Now that takes 2000 CPU, and that takes 1100 CPU. So, yes, this is inordinately helpful to have, because it can basically take the place of your small constructor in a lot of cases. What we're missing is cobalt alloy. Ugh. Cobalt alloy we probably have in terms of some of the parts we have, but we don't have lots of cobalt alloy kicking around at the moment. We might be able to get some, but we certainly don't have that sort of cobalt alloy kicking around right now. I'm not sure if we've even got enough cobalt to make that sort of level of cobalt alloy. We've got some other goods, but I don't think we've got enough cobalt at present to start knocking that out. So that's going to be off the menu. A turret, on the other hand, is not going to be off the menu. And the other thing I would like to do, as I said, was upgrade the cargo. So to do that, I would very much like to remove some of these blocks. Now, this is where a turret goes, So I'm going to start by taking these, because I know from here on the underside they are actually in this wonderful colour here, which lets me know that they're ready, they're allowed to be removed, and in fact designed to be removed. So I'm going to remove all of those, and that one, 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 and that one. One of the key things to remember though is I have to take this back at minimum to a point I meet another cargo container, because until I meet another cargo container it will not connect to the connected inventory, if you understand my meaning here. So you have to get this to hit one of the other there, that's carbon composite. So, but those are shaped blocks, so we can't do it through there. We need to get this back to a point where it goes, yep, that is a cargo extension right here. So right there is a cargo extension. Now, I might even actually take out the warp drive again, just to make this a bit easier for now. So let's just remove the warp drive again. A second, so we can get in a bit easier here. So that's carbon composite, that's a cargo extension right there. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of those two there. And now I have to be careful because I don't want to screw up my own system here. Because if I take too many blocks out and forget how it works, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. So it's good to actually do them and replace them, which I haven't done. But you know, do as I do as I say, not as I do, or whatever. So I need to make cargo extensions and a bunch of them. So we're going to make, say, 40 of those and get them going. And yeah, I will then start installing them. As I say, it's very important that I make it hook up to the existing system. If it does not, it is basically a waste of time. So, yeah, very important here. So let's take those 7. We'll get that one, and that one. So I believe that then ties it back to the system. Because I don't want to go too crazy, because if I go too crazy I'm going to basically damage my own CPU count and not be able to put everything in, or have like a CPU deficit, which I don't want to have. So at the moment I want to extend this out bit by bit without overdoing it. So, and the best way to do that is to take it steady and do it piece by piece. So we're going to get those in, and these in, and that one, I'm not sure if I took that out or not now. Now I have to remove it again. I did take it out, and that's the one I'm connecting to, so it's important to make sure you do that right, you see? There we go. And now we can actually put that one and that one back in, that one and that one back in. And I am going to leave these essentially self-color for now, because I want to make sure I know which ones I've replaced, so that I can, when I look in here later to extend other things out, I can still see what I have to do. But if I now check CPU level, we're at 7,300 and something, but I have to add, I believe it's 3,000 for a warp drive. Yes. And I need to add a little bit for a cockpit, which isn't a vast amount. Okay, so I've brought all those in, and for now I think we'll hold fire there. I think we're at a reasonable number on the short hop now. 12,000. So we've basically doubled our storage. And I think if we go beyond that, we'll probably end up giving ourselves problems in terms of actual maneuverability. So then we're just gonna bring the texturing in there. Hopefully that's not gonna screw up too many blocks, and we'll just fix those two, and we'll fix the ones back here as well. There we go, just to make it look a bit nicer. Now obviously we probably could stick some more gats on as well if we wanted to. At the moment I don't feel the need. Later I might change my mind and I might strip that out. Or something like that. That's why it's good to have a little bit of CPU in hand. One thing we are going to do is we're going to add ourselves a Gatling gun turret here on the top, where there is a designated spot for one. There you go, and we'll zap that one and make it black as well, just to fit it in. And last but not least, we will put in back in the cockpit for now. Oh, and the warp drive, because we forgot to put the warp drive back in. So in goes the warp drive back in, and the cockpit can go back in as well. Just make sure we select the right flavor one. There we go. Come on, in you go. And the one other thing we may well do is we'll crack out the multi-tool and see if we can upgrade this cockpit. What do we need? Cobalt alloy 10. Cobalt alloy is gonna be something we need a bit of. We'll have to see what we come up with. We can probably get some by harvesting fuel tanks in that POI. They generally hold quite a bit of cobalt alloy, and we may well end up harvesting some of that just for lols. We are also probably going to factory quite a few bits of the stuff from there, which will be something I'll show you how to do when we get to that point. Okay, we're back over at the abandoned factory. There's a couple of things that came up in my mind that I wanted to show you. One was we are low on food, and you'll see we got a little red like apple symbol. That is a debuff, the opposite of having high on food where you heal. This actually reduces your movement speed and stamina regeneration, so you want to sort that out and eat, just in case you've seen it and wondered what it was. Secondly, devices. Obviously we've added a turret here. We might want to change the settings. There's two ways of doing this. One is just to go in the P menu and do it that way, but also if you aim at the device, it will select that device in that device menu and it will come up. So for example, if I aim P here and aim at the cockpit, it shows the cockpit, you see. So this can be a very good way if you want to configure an individual item, especially things like sensors and stuff like that. It can be highly useful. So we want to go for turrets. We'll take everything at the moment, but not predators. Generally it's a waste of bullets to go for predators, but you may want it if you've just got the one and you're fairly flush with bullets. It can be helpful if there are a lot of predators around. So that's that configured, and that should remember that, and we're all good to go. So next up, I have shown you a bit of this already, but we'll connect to the short hop again here, and we'll put a core, which is our core, on this base. First thing we'll want to do is shut this base off pretty fast, because it's probably over CPU and it might blow up its generators, which will cost us. The next thing is I want to steal all the fuel, because fuel is something I want. So let's take all of that. And that's quite a reasonable amount of fuel, so much so that I'm going to top up the short hop. Now that I've put those extra tanks in, I've got a lot of space for fuel, I can really fill up the short hop and it's going to run forever. Now, next up, we want to know what serious goodies this base has. Now, for starters, we can do drop-down simulator by going through all of this and check for boxes we've missed, though this does not, and I repeat, does not show alien loot containers. But as you can see, there's an ammo box there we missed, and just working your way down through these can be useful to find stuff you've missed. If you're taking the entire POI apart, you can also obviously hit the boxes at the same time and get rid of them, but if you're also running short of space, it can sometimes be worthwhile to keep one of the boxes and use them to store in, and then you can bring your CV over or do a couple of trips. So I'll finish doing drop down simulator and bring you back. Okay, so with drop down simulator complete, you can see we picked up a power coil, which is very worthwhile, and we picked up another multi-tool charge, which is also helpful. So what I would be tempted to do, for example, is go to here, and actually again in the device menu I can rename this to Serves, if I can spell my own name, Serves Let. And now I know, hopefully, not to take that one. But I can now connect to it as the main loot thing. So if I go to the abandoned base, I should be able to find in here, Sev's loot. I can connect to that, and then we can worry about what goes in the short hop later by just going around and grabbing things. So we'll start getting these, but what I will do, I will sacrifice one here, at least for the minute, because if I want cobalt alloy, that's how to get it. That did not go in there. Why did that not go in there? Anyway, I got 3 cobalt alloy for that. For some reason I disconnected myself, it seems. But nevertheless, that got me 3 cobalt alloy. Now, even if I am building a CV, which is fairly likely, I'm just going to take these so I don't see them on the thing later. There is no way I'm going to want all of these. Now, a deconstructor would net me more, but building a deconstructor, which is a thing, is a base thing. They are quite CPU intensive in terms of I need a lot of CPU and I need some serious stuff to make one. So that is probably off the cards. So I probably need for a CV maybe 3 or 4 of these, but I can put them in the factory, which we'll talk about now. So the factory. Here we go. If I want to pick a CV, now I haven't finalized the CV. I've had a suggestion of a couple of CVs, this being one, which was a good option, but I think it's probably a little bit too starter for the stage we're at now. So I'm looking at some of the others, but what you want to do is get one of these unlocked. Or you can hopefully use one of the SVs you've already got unlocked. So maybe we'll find, like, I don't know, something we've got unlocked here. Let's put another short hop in. I know, let's put the red lip short hop. Let's put the short hop in. We'll just add to factory for now. Now what we can do is, for example, these cargo containers, we can actually take these and put them in the factory. And this has 2 things. Well, it's not going to take these because we're full on iron ingots, typical. Let's grab one of these and use it as an example. There we go. We'll take one of the oxygen tanks and we'll use it as an example here. So we take the oxygen tank and we're going to put it into the factory. Now, 1, note the time, and 2, note the resources. So the resources will increase and the time will go down. So when you put in made components, the time will go down. And obviously you get stuff for it in terms of stuff you'll probably need to make the ship. However, as I say, that cobalt alloy could be useful for other things, like upgrading my cockpit. So I'm gonna grab a bunch of stuff and then I'll make some decisions based on how much I've got. One last thing before I get too far into the looting here, which I forgot to mention. Another thing I will do is I often run the auto group just to get rid of things. So there's a couple of drone spawners here which we might be able to find. There's some solar capacitors, but one thing that's very worth noticing is this. There are CPU extenders here, a T2, a T3 that we saw, another T3, a T4, and another T4. And as we've done before, we can show on HUD to make sure those things are there. So we'll be going around and picking up a lot of these things. Okay, so we're still in the early throes of looting. And what you'll see is my box here is almost full. And I created another box for antennas, which are, some of these are very big and deco blocks. And already they're very close to full. So what I've done is I'm going to take some of these at least, but maybe not all of them. Like, I will probably keep some and I will take them apart, but a whole bunch of these I am going to put in the factory and we'll just show how that works. A second. So especially antennas are pretty impressive when they go in there, because they're, well, sorry, not impressive when they go in there. Now I've put the Spartan in, which is one of the ships I was considering. So literally here you'll see we're out of iron, so we can just put all of these in. My hour and 47 minutes is dropping. The main thing we are going to be lacking for actually building one of these will be neodymium. But this has got like all the wood already done. We're building up our carbon substrate, and all of these are shaving time off. In fact, one of the major benefits of doing this is actually shaving time off, as well as saving yourself a whole raft of space. Now, some of these, I'm going to put one of these in because I know it uses one. Some of these are actually worth keeping, these ammo boxes, because I don't know if you can build these again now. You didn't used to be able to build them. I think you might now be able to build them again, so they are sometimes worth keeping a hold of a couple. But yes, I'm going to be going through and putting a whole bunch of that in this CV. The one thing I would suggest never putting in would be the like T2 cores, unless it calls for optronic bridges and stuff like that at the moment. But at the moment it's far better to use them. Right, I shall continue. These I'm probably going to take apart and see how much of that much needed cobalt alloy I can get as well. Okay, well, I found some additional bad guys while I'm down here, so just thought I'd show that. Oh crap, you know what I haven't got? Bullets. Run! Run, Sev. Oh, not again. No, 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 not again. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Ah! Why do I not have bullets? Did I do something with my bullets? Did I put all my bullets away? I have no bullets. And this is another good reason to have a constructor on your ship, because then you can make bullets if you don't have any, which apparently I don't. So anyway, that was a bit of excitement. You should expect to occasionally find things like this as you're going through the bases. This room is probably dangerous as well, I would guess. Now that gun turret shouldn't shoot me. There might, however, be a loot container in here. Maybe. These are all lootable. Nothing hugely exciting, I suspect, but they're all lootable, and they're all deco blocks. So I'm just going through this, really trying to do it quickly, but again, keep you involved in what you might happen to find in these bases as you go around and what bits are valuable. I will address the fact that I'm not going to take any Xeno blocks. Yes, Xeno blocks are full of good materials like Sathium and stuff like that. If you need them, yes, chuck them in the factory, which if I need any Sathium, I will be chucking it in the factory for that purpose. But other than that, it is very heavy and cumbersome to carry around, so I won't be taking it at the moment. Okay, so I accidentally forgot to start the recording, but we were just at the abandoned base finishing it off. Pretty much everything there is now gone of use. We have 2 T4 CPU extenders, 2 T3s and a T2, so this is good to get a base up to T3. We'd need 2 more T4s to get further. We're pretty full. I'm glad we made the extensions. We've got ourselves over 100 cobalt alloy, which is good. We're going to go and hand the quest in at this guy, but we are pretty heavy. In fact, we're actually going slow because we're pretty heavy despite the upgrades. I don't know why I just turned off weapons and turrets when I should have turned off thrusters. But what we might be able to do, actually, we might, if we connect to the short hop, we might actually be able to upgrade our cockpit, which might actually help us lower the weight. Let's have a quick look. Have we got enough? We are lacking the titanium plates. I'm telling you, I have those back at base, so that is not a problem. We'll be able to get that upgrade underway. And I mean, there are far more titanium plates there at the abandoned base if I want them, because there's loads of hardened steel blocks there. Right, let's find out what this guy has to say. Well done! We still see some drone activity here and there, but it seems to be decreasing more and more. In your report, there's something about an artifact that's connected with the station. Maybe that explains the malfunctions, but the overgrowth you found and all the creatures, it's quite unsettling. We need to report this to Omicron, but we'll do that later. You've done an incredible job. We're deeply grateful. My friend, bless you, sir. May the goddess protect you. May the goddess watch over you as well. Okay, and we get 800 Tanzo, and we got a seal of credibility or whatever. And while helping the Talon to eliminate the threat, you appear to have remotely launched out of control drones. You've uncovered one of 2 of the secrets of the deepest past. Yes, okay. We'll find more answers on Omicron, basically. So, what did we get there? We got a seal of credibility, which is excellent. And I believe we will now be friendly with the Talon, which we are. Excellent. So now if we need to, we can mine in Talon territory. But they are basically telling us to go to Omicron, and the quests here are done. Which, in all honesty, is, after a brief upgrade, probably where we're going. Okay, so we're now back at base, and we are, well, ready to do our upgrade on the cockpit. Do we seriously not have titanium plates? You're telling me we have 4 in here? Do we not have some more? Okay, fine. I can make some titanium plates. That is not a big deal. What's the output? Output count is actually, I think, 10. There you go. Done. Let's have the titanium plates. There you go. And just like that, we are upgraded to a... That should be an armored cockpit now. If we go here, armored cockpit, yes. so that will be much tougher in a fight. Now, we have many goods here and a ship almost ready to go. Cobalt and neodymium need not be an issue, because we can find these on our friendly local planets here. So Masperon has titanium and some pentaxid. Skylon has neodymium, at least one, which might well make enough. Ningus has cobalt, which would be more than enough. And Akua, we don't need to worry about. However, then there is Omicron. Omicron is basically where we have to go. Now, there are two ways. Some people have mentioned in the comments that if I spend enough time hunting around underwater, I can find gold. Which would be somewhat useful. And I'm surprised there isn't any gold in any of these, but it appears there isn't. However, there is quite a lot of juicy resources nearby in this little area. There is a warning there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So we could go there and pick up a load of resources as well. But as we don't have an EVA boost, or at least I don't think we do. Do we? Do we actually have an EVA boost? No, we don't. Excellent. As we don't have an EVA boost, I think it's probably wisest to go straight for Omicron. And that is going to be the plan for at least now. So I'm going to tee us up and we're going to head out to Omicron. We're going to ignore the teleporter way up there this time, and we are going to jump to Omicron. So I will get prepared and we will jump. So I think we're pretty stocked up now, ready to go. I've made myself some extra bullets here just to make sure I've got bits. I've added even some spares in my ammo container. I'm taking some resources with me, along with this one, of course, which is the portable constructor. And one other thing that it is important that I sort out before I go as well, just to ensure my well-being, is I have made that mobile constructor for my SV, which I will install. And wink, there we go. And that should put us probably close to maximum CPU, but not completely maxed out. So that's good. I've also taken anything I think I can sell. In the ammo container I've also put my pentaxid supply, so I'm going to put a bunch of that across to make sure I've got all that. I will make sure as well that I am topped out on fuel and topped out on oxygen, which we are. And in fact, while I think about it, I will take a couple of spare oxygen, though I believe Omicron is breathable. And I'm not going to worry about fuel because we've got plenty. The one thing I might actually do is just make myself some heavy sniper rifle bullets before I go, and then we're good to go. We're going to leave the base like this at the moment. It will preserve the food, no problem. Everything will be left turned off, so we will have plenty of power to keep all that going. So I made the bullets and I'm ready to go. I realized one last thing. We had a couple of gold ingots, so that's my EVA boost ready and installed. So we are good to go. And as we have an EVA boost, we will check out the teleporter. I'm not gonna actually use the teleporter. We're just gonna go and have a look at the POI because it's new. So we'll have a look at that before we warp. Okay, so we're heading over to the derelict station. The destroyed transport we'd taken is still there. And we'll pull up at the derelict station. Not quite sure where that's going to be. There appears to be a deactivated teleporter inside. Well, good news, everybody, hey? Let's make sure we reload. And I'm expecting some bad guys somewhere in here. Not quite sure where, but I am expecting some. Oh, there is a pedestal right here. Let's check this. Error. Excellent. Try to access the console cache. Cache contains, wow, quite a few messages. It's one message found. Okay, show the message. Evacuate alert. Enemies have been detected at the edge of the solar system. The teleport link to Omicron is down. All non-military personnel proceed immediately to transporters. All soldiers, battle stations. We'll show this silent plague the ropes. Good luck to us all. General Fez, 3rd Cognium Elite Troops. Okay. Check for teleporter activation procedure. Running search. Teleporter malfunction. Main shutdown has been activated. Reactivate the main power switch. Okie dokie. Mark on the HUD, please. So we need to go to the main power switch, which is apparently down here. Okay, that seems almost too easy. Whoa! He just spawned in and dropped out of the sky. Goodbye. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello. Ow. I know I'm wearing heavy armor, but still I've got an EVA boost on. That doesn't help. Ow, 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 ow. Reload. And bandage if you don't mind. Thank you. Was that dude? I think so. Okay, let's see if there's anything particularly good here. Meh. Right, let's took another bandage. Combat music has stopped, so we'll reload this one as well. And I guess we turn on the main power switch. Attention, intruders defective. Internal defenses. Okay. So up here, I would guess, is where you're supposed to go. He says. Wondering if he's right. They do seem to forget that you have a jetpack here. So I don't know if that's something they've actually forgotten, or whether you're supposed to just take advantage of the fact you've got a jetpack. Okay. I'll take parts, always. And multi-tool parts and stuff like that. Multi-tool boosts, that's something missing. Okay. Fair enough. This place obviously has a core, because power is on. So there must be a core in this base. I'm guessing we're supposed to go up here. And, oh, this is where the pedestal was. Okay. So we're going back up. Back up, back up, back up. I guess that was supposed to be the way we were possibly supposed to go. Possibly. I just bypassed it by using the jetpack. I saw a guy over there. Let's short circuit this. Thank you. Goodbye. So we were supposed to go around there. Shoot that guy. Any more for any more? No. Not thus far anyway. Alright, we'll grab those bits. These are all little bits you can sell though. Take the coolant, yep, we'll keep going. And another elevator. Let's just peer around the edge here, make sure there's nothing else sneaking around to kind of shoot us. Okay, and we'll go up the elevator. And any more bad guys? I'm assuming there must be. I'm looking here. Let's just go round the base here. Yep, you sir. Ah, sneak mode. I am stealthy as stealthy can be. Because I float. Yes, we all float up here. Right, where is the next step? Okay, no teleporter there. So, where is the teleporter? Guess I could say teleporter. Am I supposed to have gone back to the thing and spoken to the thing? Let's speak to the thing again. Okay, error, yes. Access cache, yes. Evacuate, yes, we know. No, we did that. We did that. So where is the teleporter? I'm guessing like right above us or something like that. So we went up here. There's got to be another way up or something like that that I'm missing, or something down elsewhere. Let me have a look. Is there? It's in the column. There we go. In the column, there is... Oh, Omicron. Hello! Assault cyborg. Yeah, trust them to... Oh, holy crap. There's a few assault cyborgs right there. Hello? Ow, ow. Oh god. Bad timing, bad timing, bad timing. Ow, ow. Ow! No! 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 I completely screwed up there. If I just stayed down, I wouldn't have got killed. Oh no. Death number 3, and I'm in space, is where I respawn. I got all out of position and there's still loads of them there. Alright, let's crack out the drone a second. Again, crack out the drone to grab my backpack. There you go. And now we can reload. And I am quite ashamed of that death number 3. That one was poor. That was poor on my part altogether. Hitboxes. See, they're having as much trouble with the hitboxes as I am. Apart from the fact that I couldn't land back on the thing. I saw you. Where are you? Did you fall off the edge or something? Did you fall off the edge? I'm gonna get shot from nowhere. Yeah. How did I know that was coming? Get shot from nowhere. Where is he? Where is he? Whoa. This angle thing is not very clear. Oh, he's right there. There he is. Yeah, he did drop out of nowhere. And there he is. What a bastard. And the one that dropped down up here is despawned. So this teleporter, as expected, I suspect goes to Omicron. As the sign sort of suggests. Normally you can tell if I hit it, it will probably, it says it goes to Omicron control station at Omicron. So we'll find Omicron control station our own way. Because we're going to try and warpy warps there. Just because I want to take my ship. Otherwise, of course, if I teleport just me, I don't get to take my ship or any of the resources I'm taking with me. Right, where is my ship? Where did I park? There. Okay. Here we go, and yoink. Now, for those who haven't played before, again, here comes the tips on things. So, survival tents. I want to keep that marker, but it's going to annoy me if it displays on HUD all the time. So, if you go to the registry, it's easiest to do it while we're here. You will be able to see here we're in the asteroid field at the moment, but if we go to Akua, we'll be able to have a look here, and there's this one, survival tents. We can turn off that waypoint, and we can always turn that waypoint back on again. So we can just turn off the waypoint for now, and that will help us out. Next up is warping. So warpy warps, we want to go to Omicron. So we click Omicron and we lock target. Now there should be an arrow on the screen, which is just near where the jetpack is there. If you see it coming on, it's a slightly different color to the normal markers, and you aim at it. Now all you need to do is be moving at a reasonable speed like that towards it. And in fact, if you have a waypoint, you don't even need to have it locked. So if I turn the survival tent's waypoint back on later, I can walk back to Akua by just aiming at it and then pressing K. And we warp. Attention, this is general broadcast call. All transport from the planet Omicron without proper special permission is suspended until further notice. All personnel must register with the administrator on the Omicron control station. So that's where the teleporter was going to take us. That's where we have to go. So I'll fly over to the control station, and I think we'll find out what the administrator has to say next time. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time. Thanks a lot.